Uh-huh.
Okay, I get it. I was gonna say
But
you sound fine right now.
yeah, but some of your audio is cutting out for me, so we'll see what happens. But hey, I'm here in Omaha, Nebraska.
Omaha, Nebraska, I
Omaha,
believe,
yes.
almost
Yeah, I
pretty.
missed almost everything you said, but I will
This is gonna
be
be
I'm
great. Yeah,
yeah, it's gonna be awesome. The audio when we line it up will be fine. But the
I've
live
seen now
stream's gonna
Ben's
suck.
frozen.
Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, I'll be in Chicago tomorrow.
Oh, the man, that's crazy. I am,
That
of
that is
course.
crazy.
Do you know what time you're gonna get? What?
I don't.
Um,
It's
Okay.
a bit of a drive from Omaha, so it'll be sometime in the late afternoon, early evening.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I I can't wait to see you. That's gonna be crazy. Um, Sandwiches, because I had the podcast. There's a Jennifer wants to go to. Maybe we will go with you. The
I think you said
you eating
this
uh,
is
burgers.
yeah.
I can hear you fine.
You all right,
I can hear
you are like a jigsaw puzzle with half the pieces missing. That
the
includes
best
the
thing you've ever
audio.
said to me. Uh, so so interesting situation, folks, because fine, Ben cannot hear me. I
I can hear
that's
some
the
of it.
way it works. Yeah. So and I can hear everything you say.
I
And
don't know. Yeah, I don't know why
pen and a
the
piece of
audio
paper.
is just crap. Wonder if I try closing some things on my own laptop. If
So
that'll.
the good news is that Ben never listens to the podcast, but if Ben does, he'd be able to hear everything that I'm saying in response. Because again, I can hear, which is interesting.
I may
And
try to listen to this one. It's funny. Archive.org, where we serve the MP3s for the podcast, is still down. So last week's episode still hasn't gone out yet.
oh, that's crazy.
And I was just about ready to get on the road when all that was going down, so I wasn't able to like figure out an alternative.
Yeah. So no one has heard that other. No one has heard
Unless I
any.
watched it on YouTube.
Oh yeah, true. But no one's heard any of the podcast audio only
Right.
from when I've been in Chicago so far.
Correct. Correct.
Ben, I am a Chicago guy. I was
Chicagoian,
the
Chicagoia.
amount of times that I talk myself on this podcast is amazing because I was about to go. Yeah, look, I even got a bill with my address on it and get my driver's license changed. Um, and I was going to show that bill, which would have happened, but I didn't.
Like your address and everything.
Oh, and also look what I bought from Amazon.com.
The large book of something and elephants. I can only see
Yeah,
half the
it's
picture. It looks like it's from you. It's your book.
yeah. I
A
forgot
very
that I.
large book of giraffes and elephants.
Mhm. This is a collection of my web comics that I made along. Costs too much to buy. It's like $25
Is
for
it
this.
a comprehensive collection?
No, it's not everything, but it's the best ones, if that makes sense. I mean,
Right.
times there were times, I don't know all these. There were times when I was in a bad because my An elephant. Um, Giraffes and elephants are comic. One web comic every single day.
Yeah.
Comic. Times when I'm low on energy, could uh, use the same picture, change a couple of things. I was just phoning it in, really.
I'm just,
Moving to
yeah,
a place where your Wi-Fi is better.
as you can see, I'm walking around just to see if there's any place in a small hotel room if the Wi-Fi is any better.
That makes sense.
Maybe over
We're in
here.
Chicago. And what specific hotel are you at? I don't. Again, it's this
Uh,
ask too many.
I don't. I don't think I'm being too specific when I say south of Chicago.
Yeah,
South
yeah.
Chicago. Yeah, this isn't working. I'm gonna go back to the desk.
All right, gotcha. But yeah, it's a pretty open. Looks like,
This,
as you
yeah,
can see
this,
behind me, lion's head
yeah.
here, and you've got art behind you as well.
Yeah, your standard Omaha, Nebraska wall art. There's a picture on the wall over there that says Omaha, all American city, and a
Mmm.
white guy raising the flag over downtown like he just conquered it.
Can you see these?
Sriracha flavored peas.
Yep. Uh, this is from that Korean grocery store that I went to. Oh, so since you and I last talked,
Last week.
the garage door got fixed.
Oh, good.
Uh, Now we're maybe a fourth of the way unpacked. Jennifer is her set up. We need to hang the curtains for it.
Okay.
We have a couch. My old apartment gave me $200 of our deposit back,
Can I ask how much
and
the
I
total deposit was?
about $1,400.
Okay.
Um, they gave us, and I didn't think we would get anything back.
Right.
Thank them, and I don't know if you've ever talked to someone out of a horror film, or the sort of shaken, like, get that man away from me kind of thing that someone might do when seeing
Yeah.
their. They were not happy with
With how the house was left?
which I would let,
Yeah.
but not so much bad. Like they said we were actually surprised that you lived in those conditions. The kitchen everywhere, just a food lying, and it was really unhealthy. They said.
Yeah.
Um,
I know.
they said that
I've seen the
the
way you
house.
live, Paul.
They said the house was infested with mice. We never saw any mice.
Really?
I don't know how true that is, but come on, and I mean it was not well. And so I'm doing my best to be better in this house.
Cleaning up after yourself in the
Yeah,
kitchen?
cleaning. I'm gonna make a chore chart for me, specifically for me. It's not gonna be like one of those passive aggressive chore charts that it's gonna be a list of
Yeah.
things that I need to do.
Right.
Um,
Were you so you were thoroughly shamed in terms of your living conditions?
well, I did feel um not because of, oh yeah, gosh, oh, I person would be affected so viscerally. Like, I it's like, imagine if you will that you're roughhousing with somebody and then like, no man, seriously, stop, that really hurts or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Like that, like I was like, yeah, I know it was bad, and to hear them pause and kind of steel themselves, you know,
Yeah.
that did mean a bit.
And you'd been in that house for
Uh,
like almost 10 years, right?
yeah, it's again why I wasn't planning on getting our damage deposit back.
Yeah.
The fact that we got any, uh, very happy because we need that. We need that need to not be paycheck to paycheck if at all possible.
Right.
Had braces, and we had paid the braces people money to have Betty's braces, right?
Yeah.
That I will let you, if you didn't know this already. Um, when you leave the place where your orthodontist off and you go to a new orthodontist, the fact that you off the orthodontist and you never had doesn't carry new office. The new office, everything starts over.
Okay.
Like they take off, they put, because that's not their work. It's other
So
guys' work.
they wanted to redo Betty's braces.
They are redoing that.
They
They
are
are.
redoing Betty's. That's gotta suck for Betty. I mean, she already went
Ah,
through getting them put on once.
it's not going to be that bad for her.
All right. I've never had
She's
braces,
looking
so I don't
forward
know
to it.
what sort of how annoying it is.
So, right? And then any that were behind the braces, because that does happen, are going to get fixed. Then new braces, and then she's going to have those for 2 years. But like 8 years. And this is the other thing is that the like like they were why they had been on for so long and her stuff wasn't really correct. Anyway,
If it appears that I'm not listening to you, it's because I literally cannot hear what you're saying. Like every other word, every third word is cut off.
gotcha. Yeah, yeah.
It's
It's working.
like
I can hear you.
if you can hear me, I'm gonna this, how
Yeah,
you sound.
I was okay. I was like, oh no, it's happening to me now. Um, but no, I hear you perfectly.
All right, good.
So, so I feel the main thing is this that I in our move, I think we mentioned borrowed money from money from Betty.
Yes, you did mention that. Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm paying her by giving her for the because it's about the same amount.
By give so wait, I missed all that. So you're paying her back by giving her the money for the braces? Is that what you said?
Yes,
Okay.
by paying for yes. So for moving, money for braces a little bit more.
Yeah.
So I'm paying for the braces,
Gotcha.
and that will pay that we borrowed from her,
18 seems
which
a little
is
old for braces. Is just because you can now afford them and she's always needed them, or was it just now
she's
a
had them.
sudden urge?
So she's had them since she was 10,
For real?
and they're not done yet. But that's what this orthodontist.
Yeah, he's like, I understand that now. Your previous orthodontist had these braces on for 8 years. This should have worked by now.
That's what she said. That is what she said.
Yeah.
That's kind of funny, actually. That's what she's a doctor, and she's making an informed decision about what
Right.
was happening. So that's good. We're gonna get one in time. I don't know. Oh, actually, I do know. I have a DoorDash. Um, so I, so I'm getting this sandwich. We're getting, and we're waiting for them to show up. They're going to show up probably in about 5. So I may
Are
have
you
to go and get.
are you watching the delivery person on
I,
the little map going to, yeah.
yep.
When I order from DoorDash, I obsessively watch that map. Well, it's also like
I was
my apartment is stupid. They can't just like leave it at the door. I have to meet them down front, and so I want to make sure that I know exactly when they come.
so I actually used this when talking to somebody about that you could do is you could have a tracker, and they had never seen a pizza tracker or so they didn't know what I was talking about. I was like, a, a pizza tracker, and I realized a thing that's very unhelpful normally happens to people who speak English as a second language.
You
The
just
thing that you're
repeat what you're
saying,
saying, but louder.
yes, no, I still don't know what that is. It's a and it tracks where in it like it says Jacques is making your pizza. Amber is on the way to, and they're like, I at this point in time though, saying makes sense of is what I did say the phrase it makes sense. That's something that I said right now. So that's an English problem that I'm having. But there are a couple of things that I can do with a piece of paper. I can get a library card, which I've been wanting. I can also change my driver's license. And also, I officially live in Chicago now. I am a Chicago
A
resident, which means
registered
that I can
voter.
also register to vote in Chicago.
Yeah.
The good news is this: if my registration takes too long, I am living in Chicago. Um, feel as though my vote is going to be a problem.
You don't
If
feel.
my ballot doesn't make it, if there's a problem, snafu,
Is
where
is
counted,
Illinois a vote by mail state?
it can.
Yeah.
And um, so that's a. I don't know if that. It could be that it automatically going to chance that though. I am gonna. I this piece of mail, but now that I'm going to go to the state's office, register for my new driver's license with the new. Also, you know, I think you could do uh, register to vote. That's my hope and my plan. It doesn't work if there's an issue. It's a good city to live. My vote here into all of the other vote will not disappear into the either. We'll get all the other votes
Right.
that are all voting the same way. Uh,
Yeah.
is blue state of Illinois basically.
Yeah. I'm gonna be home. Like I haven't voted yet, and Washington is a vote by mail state, and I'm getting home the
Mhm.
Sunday before Election Day. And I had my mail stopped, and so when I get home, ideally, I had it restarted for the Friday before I get home. So ideally, I should get home to a ballot in my mailbox that I will put in the drop ballot drop box on Monday before Election Tuesday. But like
That is
again,
pretty
I
cool.
live in a very blue state. I live in a very blue city. You know, I'm doing my part to vote, but my vote does not carry the weight, say, of somebody who votes in Pennsylvania or Georgia or Wisconsin. You know,
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, we'll see how it. I do hear things. Uh, uh, went to went on Fox News and did a thing on it,
Kamala Harris, is that
which
what you said?
was yeah, famously doing an interview on Fox News for things. So that was,
Yeah.
trying their best to reach everybody.
So like so many things have been said about her in the conservative echo chamber that she needed to go on there just to prove to the viewers that watch that channel and listen to Trump that she's not, in fact, mentally challenged, as he's said, that she's not
Yeah,
stupid, as he's said. And he's called her worse things. I'm not going to repeat here. But,
yeah,
like, and so like, she goes into the lion's den, right? And Brett Baer, the interviewer, just basically it's a I didn't watch it, but I heard like it was a tense 30 minutes where it was just kind of like a tense back and forth. But from what I hear,
yeah,
she held her own. You know, I don't know if that'll actually break through to the Fox News viewers who have probably already made up their mind about who they're voting for. But
yeah.
it was a good strategy.
I saw a clip from it where she was talking about something that Donald Trump had said about using the U.S. military on U.S. citizens,
Enemies from within.
and clip they said, well, we had this thing, and they played the clip, and then she said, okay, well, that's not what I
Yeah.
had mentioned. That's not what I was talking about. They played
I
a
saw
clip.
that clip too. She called them out. That was really great because I saw that clip too, and she mentions where he's calling like U.S. citizens, you know, the radical left, the enemy from within, and it calls out specifically Adam Schiff as somebody that he's going to use the U.S. military on. And then they play a
Yeah,
clip from Trump, like walking that back, and she called them out on it for saying you did not play the clip where he says what he's been saying for a long time about using the U.S. military on U.S. citizens. You're
yeah.
playing his apology video.
I am getting information that my food is here.
Is that why Edward is
Go
barking?
and run and get the food. I'll be right back, Ben.
All right,
You can
uh,
still hear. I think you can still hear me on the
kinda.
phone, but
You'll probably break up as you get further away. It's
so the
not you,
interesting
it's me.
thing about this place that we're at is that the front door locks. Thank you.
It's not actually at the front.
Yeah, it so it locks, and we have to leave a key in the lock in order to keep it open. I'm
Oh,
gonna
is it
go
one
and,
of the
and take
like
Jennifer.
uh
Okay,
well,
here I am.
here
Hello.
I am. I don't see you. I'm having oh there. Yep, there you are. I'm having massive connectivity issues. Okay, we're back. Are we back
This
here?
is
Um, that might still be going.
so Capriati's is known for like cheese steaks and turkey sandwiches and stuff. This is a grilled cheese. It's a part of the kids' meal.
Yeah.
And I got this, and then maybe some of Jennifer's turkey sandwich if she didn't want it all. Grilled thing.
When I was in Rapid City, South Dakota yesterday, I got in kind of early, so I went to go visit their dinosaur park. It's it's just an elevated park that has a bunch of steel and concrete dinosaur sculptures in it. They're kind of silly looking actually, but it was still pretty cool.
Wait a second. You went from Washington to Nebraska?
So I went from I went from Seattle to Coeur d'Alene, and in Coeur d'Alene, I saw your friend of mine, Sonia,
Oh, how
and
was that?
it was fun. We did some filming for the movie, and then like she like Thor made dinner, so we had dinner before we filmed, and then we spent some fun times filming, and then the five of us, so Sonia, Thor, and their two children, played some table games, and then I went back to my hotel.
Nice. Um, I have some photos of Sonia and you, but not you and Sonia together, that I found while I was moving.
I have a photo. There's one picture. I have very few pictures like in my apartment, but one of them, I'm trying to figure out where the camera is. One of them is the photo of you and me and Sonia standing in front of my truck at Sonia's old apartment. I think we were trying to take a selfie with an old like 35 mil film camera, and then some guy was walking past, and he was like, "Do you want me to take your picture?" And we said yes. So I handed him my camera, nervously thinking he was going to run away with it. Um, but no, he didn't. He took a nice picture, and it is in a small frame on my bookshelf.
So I'm gonna look through my pictures, all of my pictures from when um I'm eating this grilled cheese are greasy. And I don't, and also I haven't asked Sonia pictures on the podcast. I don't think she know. And so I don't want to. I can't really show pictures
I
without
don't have
asking them. So,
I don't have the picture that I talked about in front of me, but I can draw a representation of it.
mm,
See, there's the three of us standing in front of my truck.
yeah, I remember that picture.
Uh, do you remember I'm the driver?
I do remember I'm the driver, but
Because Sonia wanted to drive my truck and I wouldn't let her.
I'm so, did she ever get to drive your truck?
No, nobody ever drove my truck except me. I was very I was very weird about that at the time.
Well, I mean, insurance, right? Liability and stuff. That's
Yeah,
a.
I think that was a large part of it. I don't want to have to deal
I
with that.
believe it, and it was great for me because as you know, um, I hate driving,
Right,
so
right. So
it worked out.
After Coeur d'Alene, I drove to Billings, Montana, and then from Billings, Montana, I drove to Rapid City, South Dakota. This is all on I-90. And then from Rapid
Uh-huh.
City, South Dakota, today I drove down here to Omaha, Nebraska. Tomorrow I will drive to Chicago.
So Nebraska is under South Dakota.
Yes.
Have
I
to go
actually
any further
I actually drove through part
back
of
west.
Iowa to get here.
Hmm. It's so weird. So
And then tomorrow
in
I will go
this,
back into Iowa.
I have a,
100%
and
juice. Craisins. I love craisins.
I love. This is one of those on the train, in Chicago. I got a chatter that they, and it came with raisins. They're the best raisin, and realized, and then I realized because I'm just thinking, oh, these are all right, but when I realized that they were really, you know, very tasty, I felt good about it. Oh, it's happened again.
What has happened?
My so I'm recording,
Yeah.
and the things went to sleep. Uh, so see if we're still actually recording.
I hope so because there's no saving this audio for the
Yeah,
podcast. And who knows when this
well,
is
so,
gonna go live on the podcast anyway. Once
yeah. Our podcast
archive.org
will
gets
ever
their
be live again.
no. Actually so as I've mentioned, I'm on a big road trip right now. This is day 4 of 21. And on day 2, in the middle of Montana, my check engine light came on. Now, I was annoyed at that because I took my
Hmm.
car into Volkswagen to have them look it over to be like, make sure I'm going on a 3-week road trip. I don't want anything surprising me happening in the middle of nowhere. And they like did an oil change and they looked it over and they're like, no, you should be good. So just outside of Butte, my check engine light goes on. So I pull over to the nearest rest stop, and I look for Volkswagen service stations in the area, and I call up a joint in Helena, Montana, called V Dubs and More, and I say, my check engine light has come on. Can I come in today? And they're like, we have an appointment on the 24th. I'm like, well, I am on a road trip right now. I'm just going to be passing through Helena in about an hour. If by any miracle can you fit me in? And she goes and talks to the tech, and the tech's like, I am leaving in an hour and a half. So if he can get here in an hour, I can diagnose the check engine light. So I will see you in an hour, and I gun it. And I get there in an hour, and Dave, the lovely Dave, brings out the little machine that talks to my car, and the
Hmm.
car did throw out a couple of engine faults, none of which are detrimental to the operation of the car. One is like there's a sensor that is not talking to part of the manifold, so a little bit of fuel efficiency is going to be gone, which that's fine. And there was an like a gas line evap leak, could just be like the gas cap wasn't screwed on properly. So yeah, so now my check engine light is on in my car through my road trip, but it's not affecting the performance of the car. It's not, hopefully,
Hmm.
knock on fake wood here in the Magnolia Hotel. It's not gonna. I'm not gonna be stranded in the middle of the desert. But I realized one thing that, like, I know that the check engine light doesn't mean my car's gonna die, right? What I find annoying is that it is messing up the aesthetics of the dashboard. Like
Yeah.
everything is how it should be, except there's a stupid orange check engine light in my tachometer that is not supposed to be there. I was thinking, I have gaff tape with me because I got some film equipment. I was thinking about just, putting some gaff tape over it, doing a little like red green fix. But at the end of the day, at the end of the trip, I don't want to have to try to clean off the tape residue from the dash panel.
Understand what you're saying 100%. I monitor over here is for work. Um, Small line on it that I can't get rid of.
Yeah,
Right? It's not a dead pixel on the screen itself in the screen. So I wash it off. It doesn't, but the fact that it's there every time
yeah.
this is why I'm in therapy for OCD. Anything about you, Ben. I'm just saying.
Well, I mean, it just I don't know how weird you would be about a check engine light on your car that's it's not meaningless, but like, I'm like, I just want to be able to the car. I want to be able to tell the car, I know, put that away.
be
I'll
able to
deal with it
handle
when
it.
I get home.
So at 34 minutes. So the podcast. That's not
Oh,
what
right.
time we are on my recording of it. So we
I
might have
started
lost.
I started recording once we connected via Zoom, and I'm at 39 minutes right now.
Uh-oh, man. You know what that means?
What does it mean? Means Ben's
So
gonna have to do some editing?
maybe I lost some time.
You might have.
That would be crazy. But oh, what? All right. The thing is that you and I, uh, are living in an age where ha-
An age where what?
there's a
Sorry.
food has gone crazy. There's a
Food
lot
has
of
gone.
mixing of food with other food, and I'm just making this up, but like Lucky Charms or whatever.
Yeah.
Mango and Lucky Charms together.
Two
So
great
one of
tastes.
exactly you can get Lucky or whatever. Uh, one of the has made some the discords that I'm on. Really, the only we'll get to that in a second. Now a second discord entered the mix. Discords that I'm on. One there was like I tried the new Pepsi or no, try the
Coke and
new
Oreo?
Zero. It doesn't taste like Oreos to me.
Yeah.
And I don't know we have. I am somewhat super taster. I am very good at detecting flavors. When I was a kid, I ate white bread, white blandness of foods, and they would be great. Yet also the spices. So I was like, okay, and right away, taste the Oreo Coke Zero,
Right.
and it was right, but it was there. But that I'm still mad about. I'm going to complain now. You can search the audio again. Two, our marketing team is full of cowards. Flaming hot. That was what you're
Certain
saying. Well,
brand.
no one wants a spicy, but don't call your hot then. It had no hot at all. Then what were they doing? Anyway, now that I've got
I can't wait to hear what you actually said if and when I listen to this show.
okay,
Because I didn't get but I did get that you tried the Oreo flavored Coke Zero. Have you, because
yeah,
apparently they're doing there it's like a team up, right? They're doing the Oreo flavored Coke Zero. They're also doing Coke flavored Oreos. Have you
they
had
are.
these?
Yes. No.
It's a
Only
what is
there.
this, a crossover episode?
By the way, Ben, should we do a slate at least one point where we're you know we're in the record. Up
Uh, uh,
to you at all, or
I have no answer to that because I didn't hear a thing you said. I apologize to our affiliates down the line.
yeah.
I am what you're saying is just as bad as what I'm seeing.
Okay. Slate, 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 slate. Okay, I think we've done it. And I'm trying to give you a point where we know that.
Oh, I see. Well, it's if you can see and hear me, I'll lead it. So, oh, he got up and he's leaving. So, since you can hear me, I'll lead it, and we'll do this later. All right, ready? On three. So one, two, clap. Ready? One, two, three.
Okay.
And
Oh, then you.
you're frozen.
But
It
yeah,
looked like you were just there when I went furry and like you were confused
it's
as
on.
to what to do.
So
All right, now let's go
when you
back in time
see,
and slate the top of the show.
yeah, exactly. Uh, anyway, when you see this, it
Hey.
be nothing, nothing, nothing. Nothing.
All right, I'm
Uh,
nope.
this is great, by the way. This is going. So this is going to be between and the fact that there is a chunk of my stuff missing
I mean
really
that
well.
the hopefully it was when I was talking, so it's not just dead air. But um, I like some people will be like, Ben, Paul, you're gonna see each other this weekend. Why don't you just record a podcast then instead of going through all of this when Ben's in a really fancy hotel with really shitty Wi-Fi? And I'll say, I'll thank you to stay out of my business.
I think about doing that. I forgot that we talked about doing it.
We did.
I didn't remember that about it. It's kind of nice. It is kind of nice if we, because with the regular thing of the podcast into remote location. If we do it at this, I don't know, a little bit against the. It's not.
Actually, one thing we could do. So you say that the red line from its terminus by your house to downtown is about an hour, right? So
Well,
we ride the
hmm,
red line one day and we just record our podcast on that red line.
maybe.
This
Um,
this is just getting worse. I can't. It's like yeah.
uh,
Maybe you
yeah,
like
I
that
mean, that
idea.
is,
Maybe you didn't. I will never know.
um, so my house, so it's an hour including my walk.
Oh, including the like the 12-minute walk. Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Still, I don't know how
Um,
I don't have anything. I didn't bring anything to like record with. I guess I could use my AirPods and a phone app
this,
or just share it.
maybe.
It'll be like a This American Life episode. Life on the Red Line.
Yeah, man, mine is loud.
Yeah.
We'll have to talk about it, but people come in of the doors all the time because Ben, I think might be selling on the red line. There
You
may
think?
be people selling drugs,
Ah.
kind of.
Well, I didn't want to generalize based on the location, but I'm actually not, that's that's not an earth-shattering revelation.
Now, Chicago has that sell drugs. Cities sell drugs, and Chicago is one of them. But here's the thing: pressure. They don't want them, but you don't have to. So that's good. Um. Okay, so I think I'm 5 minutes behind.
I'm at, let me look. I'm at 50 minutes 25 seconds.
Wait, 15 minutes.
50 and 25 seconds.
50. Okay. Yeah, like 4.5 minutes behind you.
Okay.
Which is what are you gonna do? I have this tray for my desk.
Yeah.
For my desk, the people can opening and closing, so that's pretty cool. I feel as there will be while you're here. Oh, I remember what I wanted to talk about. Now this might to, but um, I saw, and he had all the bumper stickers that say, "Hey, I like you know facts don't carry." Uh, I for the flag and kneel for the Lord,
Right.
all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And then he also had a specialized license plate. Like,
Was it
oh
one of those
no,
sovereign citizens?
maybe the
What did the
fact that
license plate
he
say?
no, it was so license plate was just, but it had box go on it, like you for your own memorabilia license plate. You know how people they pay money
Yeah.
to their state, and then he had box plate, and I was like, oh no, White Sox fan, because the idea is I would be. Does that mean that I are on the same? And then I thought about it, and I'm like, okay, so you Ben,
Yes.
uh, Seahawks game, right?
I've never been to a Seahawks game.
Mm. Mariners.
Oh yeah, I've been to plenty Mariner games.
Oh, you're wearing a Mariners shirt. Look at that. Ha ha. Now, there's probably at least one who also is diametrically opposed to a lot of stuff that you believe in.
Yeah. But I'm sure there's
So
plenty, honestly. But we can
you
come
swear.
together over baseball.
Okay, there you. Okay, so that's it. That the least in that period of time. So like, if he sees me and I'm wearing white socks, he might be like, "Well, you're okay.
He's all
You're all
right.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Okay." About which, Paul F. Tompkins
Yeah.
uh, is showing up shows the channel that I like that has oh shoot, let's see what happens. It was
I don't
like
know what's happening. I heard Paula Tompkins channel that you like.
yeah, sorry, something happened in the middle of that. Um, Screen paused again. The screen stopped.
Jesus.
Um,
Yay, today.
what were you at before? Did you remember what you were at versus what I was at?
You were like 4.5 minutes behind, right? Time check 55:15. 55:10.
Okay, I'm at 51:13. It seems like maybe that's still okay.
You're about 4 minutes behind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that we should go full 4 minutes just in case.
And yeah, and extend this really pleasant connectivity.
This is
The
now, folks. If listening to us, the Ben and I are professionals. The fact that we are able to keep this together, I would say, well, let's just not do it. We're
Yeah,
gonna see each other. Let's just record another episode
exactly.
when we
Let's
see each
do
other.
it, when Ben has better internet or when you two are in the same room.
That's not how we work, though.
Not how we roll. It
We.
wouldn't be a GudeLaurance podcast if it wasn't really horrible to listen to.
This is the point. Oh, hey, speaking about. Okay, so this is the thing. I have a Discord server now, which you, by the
Yes.
way, haven't joined yet, Ben.
Well, I was confused about it at first because I got sent this invitation to join your let me see what's it called, the oh fucking
Oh, don't
um it's
say it out
called
loud.
something.
Don't say it out
It's
loud.
called something. And
And
I didn't say it.
you weren't sure what that.
I thought,
You didn't
I
know
didn't.
what that.
So here's why I was suspicious at first. Earlier that day, I got a friend request on Discord from somebody whose name I don't recognize. Like their Discord name I don't
Yeah,
recognize. So I'm like, "Oh, okay, I'm being, if it's maybe this is like a Discord phishing scam or something." Because they're not involved with any of the channels that I'm on, so I don't know who it is. And then, like,
yeah,
later that day, I get twice an invite from you to join your Discord server. So I'm like,
yeah,
something feels fishy here. But then I texted you about it, and you said it was this Discord server that you accidentally created.
yeah. I pocket created it,
You pocket
and it
created
sent.
it.
I pocket created it, and then it sent invites out to people, and I thought, hey, this guy's pretty cool, because they server, and they were like, so yeah, I joined. I put the amount of effort into it. I have a little like daily post that I post pictures of Edward, and one of the reasons why I got this book is because I'm posting old giraffe and elephant
Ah, gotcha.
photos. So yeah, so anyway, it's kind of fun. I have about 8 people that are following. I didn't really think about it. That the reason why also be why some of the other people that know me didn't sign up for the thing. It's possible because they have no idea who that guy is. Um.
I
So
must
yeah,
be
I
a
don't know.
member for at least 10 minutes to send messages in this. I just joined it, Paul. I hope you're.
Okay, awesome.
I hope it's everything I expect it to be.
There's a Goody Law on it. Right now, I'll link to the YouTube.
Oh,
Once,
so there is.
yeah, and the 10 minutes thing is to keep me spamming.
Right, right, of course.
So we'll see. I don't. You could invite people. I'm not that.
I mean, you have a community here in Seattle that would be happy. Like Steven would be happy to join this Discord server.
He's on it.
Oh, he
Even
is on it.
is.
Okay. Oh, I didn't look at the. So yeah, he's the only one I know.
I invited him before I invited you. And
Oh, goody.
no, I didn't had a Discord name, and then I saw it, and I'm like, oh, well, Ben, obviously. So
I'm on how one, two, three, four, five servers, and only one, two, three of them are active.
yeah, that's the way it goes sometimes.
Four, including yours now.
Yeah, but I'm gonna remain active on it, and hopefully it'll all work out. By the way, uh, go Ben.
Lingo, what is that?
You know how I'm obsessed with like truck driver speak and all that? Well, this is a new one. This is about, when they say like Adam and Eve on a raft and wreck them in a diner.
Oh yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah, yeah.
so that's eggs on toast. Adam and Eve on a raft, wreck them is the
There was. Do you watch Last Week Tonight with John Oliver?
not enjoyed it when I have
It's
seen it.
not. It's not generally something you want to watch right before bed, which is what I do because it does make you feel really bad about the world. But he
Oh,
did. He did talk about how the Waffle House um makes their orders on plates,
yeah, yeah.
which I
Somebody,
I didn't know.
and that's crazy.
I
It
and I
is crazy.
It's a weird language in and of itself. I mean, you think that it would be easier to just write it down, but no, it's just placing things on a plate.
Yep, and they know what people don't.
There must
So
be like to get a job at the Waffle House. There's got to be like a 2 week training period or something.
it is kind of interesting, right? I feel like this is sort of what Scientology does as well. It's not new definitions for things, and after a while, it's easier than it is to talk to non-Scientologists, explain what all the different things that you're saying mean.
Yeah.
Way to build loyalty, because you've got your own little language. This is again Paul Goody, pro Scientology. Ben is the anti-Scientology one. We try to see both sides of the coin. Um, yeah, it's great. If,
How long were you in the church, Paul?
um, about 2 weeks, I think.
Okay. Did you leave of your own accord,
Yeah,
or did they ask you not to come
yeah.
back?
No, no. They one person wanted to keep me in, and the other person was like, "Yeah, let's go ahead and let this guy." Smart on their part. I think I was a very damaged, broken person at that time.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I certainly wouldn't say anything bad in a public forum. It was fine. Okay. Uh, and like I said, I really do think that's pretty much it. Please don't know it's been talking about Scientology unravel thing.
Well, don't worry about anybody who may be listening to the YouTube because they won't be able to hear a thing you said about it.
Hey, and with that, Ben, it's always great talking to you. Tell you what, let's
Mercy,
do this.
mercy rules in place. This show must come to an end.
First time, I'm gonna go ahead and upload the audio like I normally do, but let's have our after show actually over the phone. I'm gonna call
Okay.
you
All right. Call
as
me.
we hang out.
All
All
right.
right. Thanks, Ben. How's it
Bye,
happening?
Paul.
Keep it
How's it
wrong,
happening? Keep it
and
wrong.
talk to you
Talk
later.
talk to you next week. Oh, talk